Hello everyone, welcome to another video of our exercise 6.3 of advanced mathematics of class 9. So we completed up to question number 2 and from today we are going to start with question number 3. So let's see what the question asks. We are going to start with 3b. Okay, 3a is easy. If you get to know how to do 3b, you will be easily able to do 3a. So we are doing 3b. So what is the question? The question says that in a GP, the 6th term and the 60 is 64 and the 13th term is 8192. You have to find the first term and the common ratio. So let us consider, let the first term be A and the common ratio be R. So once we have got these two, let's see what is given. It is given that the 6th term is 64. So it is given that T6 is 64. So what is the formula of nth term? It is a r to the power n minus 1. So here n is 6. So it is a r to the power 6 minus 1 equal to 64. So you have a r to the power 5 equal to 64. Take this as equation number 1. The second thing that is given is 13th term is 8192. So it is T13 equal to 8192. So T13 means a r to the power 13 minus 1 equal to 8192. So that means a r to the power 12 is 8192. This is equation number 2. So what we can do now is divide one equation by the other. So it will be better if you divide the higher value with the lower value. Okay. So let's divide 2 by 1 and we will get a r to the power 12 a r to the power 5 equal to 8192 by 64. You can divide the other way around as well. It just becomes a bit easier to calculate. So we can cancel a. So here we have r to the power 12 by r to the power 5 means 12 minus 5 will be the power, that is 7. And if you cancel this, you will get 128. So it is 128. So that means r to the power 7 and this can be written as 2 to the power 7. So as the powers are equal, the bases will also be equal. So r is equal to 2. Now you can place the value of r in any of the equations. Let's place it in this one. So from 1, what we get is a r to the power 5 is equal to 64. Now the value of r is 2. So we will do a 2 to the power 5 equal to 64. That means a into 32 equal to 64. So a is equal to 64 by 32, which is 2. So therefore the first term is 2 and the common ratio is also 2. So that's how you solve question number 3b. Now let's move on to question number 3c and let's see what they're asking from there. So in 3c, it is given that if the third term of a GP is 4, then find the product of the first 5 terms of the GP. So the third term of the GP is 4. So again let us consider, let the first term be, this will be 3c, let the first term be a and the common ratio be r. So now according to question, the third term of a GP is 4. So that means a r to the power 3 minus 1 is equal to 4. So we have a r square equal to 4. Let's take this as number 1. Now what we need to do, we have to find the product of the first 5 terms. So what will be the first 5 terms? The first term is a. As the common ratio is r, the second term will be a into r. Third term will be a r square, a r cube and a r 4. These are the first 5 terms of the AP. Okay, I hope that is clear. You keep on multiplying every term with r and you get the next term because r is the common ratio. So what do we get from here? How many a's? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So it will be a to the power 5 into r to the power, add the powers, 1 plus 2, 3 plus 3, 6, 6 plus 4, 10. Okay. Now we can write a r to the power 10 as a r square whole to the power 5. So what is the value of a r square? A r square is 4. So it is 4 to the power 5 and 4 to the power 5 is 1024. This one we have got from equation number 1. So that is the value of the product of the first 5 terms of this GP whose third term is given as 4. So, that is how you find out the product. Let us move on to the next one, and this is 3D, and it has asked us what is the GM, that is geometric mean of a square minus 2ac plus 1 and 4a square minus 4a plus 1. So, let us find the GM. As we have seen in case of arithmetic mean, the arithmetic mean of two numbers is a plus b by 2. In case of geometric mean, it is if a and b are the two terms and you have to find the geometric mean of a and b, it is root over ab. So, since we are given two terms here, number D, 3D, given terms are a square minus 2ac plus 1 and 4a square minus 4a plus 1. Therefore, required geometric mean will be root over product of these two, that is a square minus 2ac plus 1 into 4a square minus 4a plus 1. Geometric mean of two numbers a and b is equal to root over a into b. So, root over first term and the other term. So, this can be written as a square minus 2 into a into 1 plus 1 square, and this one can be written as twice a whole square minus 2 into twice a into 1 plus 1 square. So, that means we get a square minus twice ab plus b square formula, that is a minus b whole square. So, it is a minus 1 whole square, and here we have a square minus twice ab plus b square, that is twice a minus 1 whole square. So, square and roots will cancel out. So, we will get a minus 1 into twice a minus 1. This is the geometric mean of these two terms. I hope that is clear. So, we are done with question number 3. Let us move on to question number 4 and see what they are asking from that. So, in question number 4, number 1, the sum of 3 consecutive terms in a GP is 39. And of these terms, the second term is 6 more than the first term. So, we are given two conditions and we have to find the terms. So, the sum of the first 3 terms. So, 4 1. So, let the first term be a, and the common ratio be r. So, sum of 3 consecutive terms. So, here therefore, the 3 consecutive terms will be a, ar and ar square. So, now according to the question, we have the sum of these terms is equal to 39. So, from here we will take a as common and we will get this equal to 39. Let us take this as equation number 1. We have another condition, and that condition says that the second term is 6 more than the first term. That means the difference of second term and first term is 6. So, second term is ar minus a equals 6. So, if you take a as common, you get r minus 1 equal to 6. So, now we have two equations. So, let us divide 1 by 2 and see what happens. So, if I divide 1 by 2, then I will get a 1 plus r square by a r minus 1 equal to 39 by 6. A will cancel out. Here we will get 3 2s are 3 into 13. Let us do some side change. So, we will get 2 into this. So, it is 2 into 1 plus r square equal to 13 into r minus 1. So, it is 2 plus twice r plus twice r square is equal to 13 r minus 13. Let us bring all these to the same side. So, we will get twice r square plus 2r minus 13r plus 2 plus 13 equal to 0. So, we have twice r square minus 11r plus 15 equals 0. So, here we need to do some middle term factorization. So, what will be the middle term factorization? 5 2s are 30. We can write 11 as 6 plus 5. So, it will be twice r square minus 6 plus 5 into r plus 15 equals 0. So, we get twice r square minus 6r minus 5r plus 15 equals 0. So, it will be 2r common, r minus 3 minus 5 common, r minus 3 equal to 0. So we get r minus 3 into twice r minus 5 equals 0. So either r will be 3 or r will be 5 by 2, that is 2.5. So now we have two common ratios and both are possible. So what we will do, we will use the value of r as 3 and find a. Then we will use r value of 2.5 and then find a again. So we will have two pairs of solutions. So let me erase some part of it. And as equation number 2 is easier, simpler, let's use equation number 2. So from 2, taking r equal to 3, we get a into 3 minus 1 equal to 6, that is a into 2 equal to 6. So a is equal to 6 by 2, that is 3. Okay, so in this case we have common, first term is 3 and common ratio is also 3. Therefore the terms will be three terms will be ar square, that is a is 3 into 3 and 3 into 3 square, that is 3, 9 and 27. So these are the values, these are the terms. If r is taken as 3, then we get a equal to 3. Now what we will do, we will take r equal to 2.5 and see what we get as the values. So taking r equal to 2.5, we get a into 2.5 minus 1 equal to 6, that is a into 1.5 equal to 6. So a is equal to 6 by 1.5 and this is 4. So a equal to 4. Therefore the terms are ar and ar square. So again a is 4 into 1.5 and 4 into 1.5 squared, that is 4, 6. And this one will be 4 into 1.5 square. 1.5 squared is 2.25. So 2.25 into 4 is 550, 1100 I think. Yeah. So it is 9. So either the terms are going to be 3, 9 and 27 or they are going to be 4, 6 and 9. So I hope this one is clear. A bit lengthy sum, but very simple sum. Now let's move on to 4.3. 4.2 is very easy, you can solve it. So if you can solve this one, then question number 4.2 you can solve easily. Let's move on to 4.3. In 4.3 we will need a new formula, and because here we have to find the sum up to infinity. Whatever formula we have seen now is sum up to nth term. So what is the formula for sum up to infinity? A simpler formula actually. So sum up to infinity is given by a by r minus 1 or a by 1 minus r. Now that depends on the value of r. If r is greater than 1, then you will use this formula. If r is less than 1, then you will use this formula. Very simple formula, a by r minus 1 or a by 1 minus r. So what is the given question? So they have given a series 1 plus 1 by 10 plus 1 by 100 up to infinity and find the sum. So number 3 of 4, given series is 1 plus 1 by 10 plus 1 by 100 plus dot dot dot. So here we have the first term is 1, common ratio is 1 by 10 divided by 1, that is 1 by 10, which is less than 1. So therefore the sum up to infinity will be a by 1 minus r. Since r is less than 1, so we will use this formula. So a is 1, it is 1 minus r is 1 by 10. So it is very easy, 10 minus 1 by 10. So 10 will go up and 10 minus 1 is 9. So the answer is 10 by 9. Very simple sum, and that's how you do it. Remember the formula because this will be very essential. Now let's move on to question number 5. Here you are given the first term, the common ratio, and L means some term, the last term. Now you don't know what is the number of the term, means which term is it. So let us consider this is the nth term. Let's find the value of n, and then we can find the given requirement, that is they have asked us to find the sum. So let's see how to do that. So 5(1), what we have here, it is given, let's see, A is equal to 27, R is equal to 1 by 3, and L is also equal to 1 by 3. Now we don't know what is the number of this term. So let us consider, let the last term be nth term. So that means Tn will be equal to 1 by 3. So Tn means A r to the power n minus 1 equal to 1 by 3. Value of A is 27 into r to the power n minus 1 equal to 1 by 3. So let's take 27, change the side. So r to the power n minus 1 is equal to 1 by 3 into 27. So r to the power n minus 1 is equal to 1 by 81. So r is 1 by 3. We have r equal to 1 by 3 to the power n minus 1, and 1 by 81 can be written as 1 by 3 to the power 4. So that means bases are same, so power will be equal, which means n minus 1 equal to 4. So n is equal to 4 plus 1, that is n equal to 5. So now we have the value of n, value of A, and value of R. So we can find the sum up to nth term. So therefore sum up to nth term is equal to A. Now the value of R is less than 1. So the formula we will use is 1 minus r to the power n by 1 minus r. So what is the value of A? The value of A is 27. 1 minus r is 1 by 3 to the power n. N is 5. And here again 1 minus 1 by 3. So what values do we get? We get 3. 3 minus 1 is 2. We have 27. 1 minus 1 by 243. So it will be 242 by 243 by 2 by 3. So we can cancel this, we will get 81. We can cancel this to get 3. This one will cancel as 1 to 1. And ultimately the value we get is 121 by 3. So that is the sum up to nth term. So I hope that is clear. Find the given, with the given values, find the value of n and you can find the sum, because the first term and common ratio are given. So let's move on to question number 2 will be your homework, try it yourself. Let's move on to question number 6, where we have to insert GMs, that is geometric means. We have done how to insert arithmetic mean in our previous exercise. In this exercise we will learn how to insert geometric means between two given terms. So in 6a they have asked minus 5 and 5 by 81 are the two terms. Minus 5 and 5 by 81, and you have to insert minus 5 by 81, and you have to insert three geometric means between them. So let the three geometric means be A1, A2 and A3. Therefore the sequence becomes minus 5 is the first term, then we have A1, we have A2, A3, and then we have minus 5 by 81. So here the first term is 5, minus 5, and the fifth term is minus 5 by 81. So here T5 is equal to minus 5 by 81. So T5 means A r to the power 5 minus 1 is equal to minus 5 by 81. A is minus 5 into r to the power 4 is equal to minus 5 by 81. So r to the power 4 is equal to minus 5 by minus 5 into 81. So these two will cancel out. So we get r to the power 4 is equal to 1 by 81, and 1 by 81 can be written as 1 by 3 to the power 4, and hence r is equal to 1 by 3. So we have the common ratio. Now we can find the three GMs. So therefore A1 will be equal to first term into common ratio, that is minus 5 into 1 by 3, that is minus 5 by 3. A2 will be equal to second, that is A1 into R. A1 is minus 5 by 3, the value that we just found, into 1 by 3, that is minus 5 by 9. And A3 will be A2 into R, so it will be minus 5 by 9 into 1 by 3, that is minus 5 by 27. So that is how you insert geometric means between given two terms. The remaining all are of the same pattern. You can try it out yourself. Hope you understood what we have discussed here in this video today. In the next video, we will move on from question number 7. These are very simple things. Hope you have understood, because if your base is not clear, then the next sums that you are going to do will not be clear. So go ahead with these sums, try it out yourselves, do the homeworks, and you will be good to go. So thank you everyone for watching, and until next time, cheers.